Hi, my name is Stephanie Anderson, and I am a foodie for Jesus. I would never claim to be particularly mechanical when it comes to automobiles. I basically know when I need to fill it up with gas and look at the little sticker that indicates when it needs an oil change. But typically, my husband handles that. But I do know if that check engine light comes on, that I need to pay attention, and that is something that's very important, and that it can be that little light can be an indicator of something much bigger that's going on. Unfortunately, I haven't had to deal with that very often at all, but anytime there has been a light that's come on, it's grabbed my attention. And in a way, I when I think of that check engine light, I think of how that's kind of how my food behavior is a lot of times, is that when my food behavior, when I'm starting to have like behaviors or tendencies with my eating, that's like the check engine light. Like that's an indicator of something else that's going on that's deeper, right? It's something that's going on that it's not, maybe not an engine, but right, it's something that's going on in my heart. Like it's something that I might be struggling with, because food for so long has been that thing that I've turned to when I've been stressed out, when I've been lonely, when I've been tired, when I've, you name it, fill in the blank. Food was always that answer for me. And so the way that that's like the check engine light is that if I find that I'm turning to food towards things, it means I'm not turning to the Lord for things when I should be, and that there's something deeper going on. It may be just this outward behavior of eating or of wanting to eat, but it's the indicator of something that's much, much, much deeper. I also think, as I'm thinking about kind of the check engine light, my husband had this vehicle. It was 18 years old. We just got rid of it, and that was a very, very happy day when we finally got rid of it. It was not my favorite thing, and it sat in the driveway for a while. And I was glad when it was gone. But this vehicle had a check engine light that was stuck on, and he actually had it checked out a few different times and was always told, okay, this is just something. It's like the wiring, or it's something else. It's not an actual issue that needs to be addressed with the engine. But I think in some cases, we maybe at first notice something as an issue, but then after a while, like that check engine light, whether there's a problem behind it or not, like in the case of my husband's old vehicle, it wasn't an issue. But there are other times when I know I've had friends who this check engine light comes on and they just ignore it, like it's. And while I haven't done that with a vehicle, I've done that with my eating, where my eating has been that thing that's like, it should be getting my attention. It should say, hey, take a moment here, figure out what's going on, but I just don't acknowledge it as the issue that it is, and then it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's what really led me to really turning it over to the Lord in prayers, because I was so desperate, because everything I tried to do, every behavior change I tried, everything that I tried to do to change it wouldn't do anything, because it wasn't getting to the heart of the matter. A behavior change does not fix the engine problem, right? Like, so putting a sticker over that check engine light and pretending that it's not a problem isn't going to fix the problem with the engine. The same way, trying to figure out or just change a little bit of behavior with eating is not going to get to the core of it when the issue is really related to something that's deeper. And that's why I never did truly find anything that worked, because I wasn't addressing the real issue, because it was much deeper. I could maybe do something for a very short period of time. In most cases, not even a full day. Sometimes I was able to stick with things a little bit longer, but it never got to the core. And even now, when I'm tempted to do things that are more behavioral in nature, I always have to recognize, whether it's like trying this 100-day challenge or different things like that that have helped me in different ways, in kind of more of a fun way, is that I always have to keep to the heart of what things are, because if it is a heart matter, that there's only one option for changing that, and that's Christ. I can't do it on my own. So if you have whatever your version of the check engine light is, chances are it might be something related to food if you're watching this video. But whatever it is just recognize, is this symptom, is this action, is this struggle that you have, is it something that the Lord is using to want you to point back to him, to turn back to him, to look for him for strength. So thank you so much for joining, and I hope to see you next time.